Hey guys, Shawn Ziem, the connection machine, aka the insurance doctor, and the host for the Webtalk Legends Podcast. This is number 49 on, in how long we've been doing this, over a year now. It's exciting because we get to listen to guests that will share their story, talk about what trials and tribulations, things that worked for them, things that didn't work. Some people that are in the business world, some people talk about their daily disciplines. We're going to have a variety of a great conversation with my next guest. Those that are watching, just a couple housekeeping. Wherever you're watching from, at least drop a hashtag live in the comments. If you would do me a solid, where are you watching us from? Drop that in the comments. I would love to share. And also, if you're involved in a business, drop your website. I'll flash it on the screen, get you some free promo. And last but not least, two things. Hit like, and then at the end, hit share. Share to Facebook, Webtalk, share to LinkedIn, wherever you are a part of, so we could help and share our story to even more people. Let me bring on a friend of mine, Adam Urdang. How are you, man?
Hey, Shawn, I'm great. How are you?
Thanks for joining us today. This is phenomenal, man. This is something that we'll put it this way. You were a little bit afraid of doing this, right?
Yeah, it's out of my comfort zone for sure.
Outside your comfort zone. I've talked about this a lot. We're going to go down that path, talk about mindset, variety of different things. But before we even get into it, Adam, how do you introduce yourself when you're out networking?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Shawn. Pretty much just like this. My name's Adam Urdang. I'm the owner of Urdang & Company, a full-service CPA firm in Lyndhurst, New Jersey, servicing businesses and individuals. We do everything from LLC and INC consults to expansions to, of course, the taxes and also state and federal defense of audits.
So you're not just doing the regular tax returns. You're doing a lot of different things. You're keeping yourself busy, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Year round. And I've been doing it for about 30 years now. Been in business, like I said, for 30 years, but it's family owned. So second generation, and we're celebrating our 60th year this year.
Wow. Congrats. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
60 years.
Yep.
And hey, that brings up something. I mean, it's a family business. Your father started it, or?
Yeah, my father started it in 1963.
So your father starts it, and you get some interest by, I guess, watching, observing what dad's doing, and then you fall into the business. How did that work?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I knew kind of a geeky thing, but I knew as a teenager I was going to be an accountant. That was my thing. Even in my high school yearbook, it says, like, your goals, and my goal was to become a CPA when I was a teenager. So I knew that's what I was going into. So yeah, and then I just wanted to follow in my dad's footsteps and take over the family business, and that's what I've done.
Now, going back, and I know people that are watching, they're entrepreneurs, they're business owners. Some people fall into a family business. And when dad was doing it his way, did you start changing things to make it yours?
Oh yeah, of course. There's different ways of doing things, as you know, and he had his way of doing things, and I have my way. So naturally, now that I'm running the ship, things have changed. So for sure.
No, it's fantastic. Hey, if you were to tell him that you're on a podcast now, that's definitely going to be, you're outside your comfort zone. You brought that up. A lot of people have a fear of getting in front of the camera, speaking in public, but you got over it. You jumped in. You are taking a chance. You're putting yourself out there. What made it happen for you to make that decision? You know what, Shawn, I'll take you up on this idea.
You and I have been talking several times, and you're like, you should come on the podcast. And I was always like, no, not my thing. And finally I was like, you know what do I have to lose? I don't have anything to lose. I mean, I go to networking events. I'm out networking at different functions, for either Rutherford Rotary Club or, my LeTip chapter. So basically, why not? Why not do the podcast? So.
It gets you to do things that others aren't doing, because a lot of people are doing some kind of video. Some people in your world, in the CPA world, I don't think many people are doing any kind of value-driven video podcast. So doing something against the grain actually helps build some businesses and build some new relationships as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Shawn. Basically, when you're out of your comfort zone, new doors will open. I always find that to be the case. It may not happen right away, but somewhere down the road, a week, a month from now, somebody's going to call you and go, "Hey, I saw you on a podcast," or "I met you at this networking event, and I got your card, I got your number. I'm finally reaching out to you." So that's happened to me numerous times over the years.
You got to try different things, and you never know what's going to pop. It's consistency. Now, using mindset, I like talking about mindset, and I wanted to find out how important is mindset to you, and what are you kind of focusing on right now in your current personally and business?
Sure. No, mindset's very important. I mean, currently what I'm focusing on is basically, my daily routine, trying to get into a routine there with my wake up, my morning routine, especially that's the toughest for me is hitting that morning routine after putting in long hours at night, past midnight many times, getting up early and then taking care of what I have to take care of at home and trying to keep healthy, trying to exercise and a few times a week, get that workout in, and get your mindset right. That's critical too. So just journaling, doing some affirmations, things like that. Those are all positive affirmations. Those are all things that help me.
I love that. And the daily disciplines as far as your morning routine, can you go into some things that you might do? You talked about affirmations, working out. Is there things that you have to do every single morning to make that morning a success?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I give myself a little bit of leeway. I give myself a little grace. Some guys don't, but to make the morning a success, if I can get that workout in before I hit the office and get to the office on time, that's a success for me. Just something simple, easy. It doesn't have to be an hour on the treadmill. Just could be a half hour. It could just be lifting weights for however long that takes, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, just any of those things. Yep.
I think the health is your wealth. The healthier you are, you have more energy. You're going to be able to do more things, and doing it in the morning. I'm jealous of you being able to do it in the morning because I got little ones right now. So my day is crazy as far as even at night. So getting up in the morning, even earlier, because last night I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning with my son. Wow. And it's like, do I want to do a 5 o'clock workout or do I just wait until they fall asleep at night? And that's what my routine right now is, do it at night because of how things are. But I think it's so powerful to keep yourself healthy so you have more energy to get whatever you need to get done throughout your day.
Sure, absolutely. And then, Shawn, in terms of your routine, I know you're always working out, you're posting videos, so you're on the daily with that, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I always say help, motivate, and inspire. A lot of people say they have no time. Oh, I have kids. Oh, I'm married. Well, I have kids. I'm married. I have not a lot of time. And I figure out I've been doing at-home workouts. I'm not going to the gym anymore. I don't have time. Literally drive to the gym, park, go inside for 45 to an hour, go back to the parking lot, get your car, and drive home. I rather use the time wisely, be around my family and my kids, and then get my workout in for 30 minutes, 45 minutes while they're sleeping. But I do sweaty selfies, I call them, to motivate others too.
Okay.
And then also you could look back at pictures and look at, damn, I'm losing and I'm getting trimmer, I'm getting in shape, or whatever terms that people want to do. I think it's powerful to share what you're doing so it kind of motivates and inspires others. And it's not just, you're not showing off. You're just saying, look, and it gets other people to start doing the same thing. Now you're making a trend happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's great.
Which I think is a phenomenal thing. And the affirmations, just like Charlene made a comment, that affirmations are wonderful. it gets your mind straight. It gets you thinking about positivity. It gets you into the right mindset for your day. And if you're doing that consistently over weeks, months, years, you're going to have the ability to go through those tough times. You know, I'm sure you have tough days, weeks, months, especially cramming in those tax returns. You have
No doubt.
a window of things done. Talk about that, how you're able to focus in that short period of time, but still get it done.
That's really tough. I mean, those weeks where you're putting in 70 plus hours, those just grind you. And, you know, especially at the end, it's a burnout at the end, to be honest with you. Always takes me like a week to 2 weeks to recover after tax season. Have a great staff. Something I didn't mention yet was that my wife's a CPA. She also works with me. So she's my right-hand person in the practice. And without her, you know, it would be so much more difficult. She's phenomenal. So in terms of staying focused, I mean, she helps me focus. She helps keep me on task times. And, you know, you're getting pulled in 1,000 different directions, as you could imagine. You know, I'm getting texts, I'm getting phone calls, I'm getting emails, just like everybody else. But imagine that probably times about 10 on a daily basis come April, right? So you could just imagine the chaos that occurs. Got a lot of last minute people that unfortunately we try to get them in earlier. We try, but for some reason we can't avoid it. So, you know, it happens, and that's why they invented extensions. So,
no, it's a wonderful thing to build your business, and it's all about relationships, and it's about, you know, being honest. I know you're honest. You're upfront. Sure. You share expectations with people as well, so that things are done in a smooth way and everyone's happy. Because if you have happy clients, you don't have to worry about looking for business. It's going to come to you by recommendations, right?
100%, 100%. So I have a lot of clients that are still my dad's clients from back in the day, and thankfully they've had enough confidence in us and my ability and Joy's ability to refer us to their kids and bring us, you know, their kids and their rest of their family members. So we have a lot of families that we do. A lot of second generations that we're dealing with, soon to be third generations on some people. So, you know, it's just really, it's a nice thing when you keep honesty at the forefront and you're doing the best for your client, and they know, like, and trust you, they're going to refer. And that's what happens in this business, in my business especially. You know, I'm finding that I get a lot of client referrals. A lot of people refer their friends too and colleagues. So you don't really have to do a ton of social media marketing or, you know, Google ads, things like that. You don't have to do that anymore. So it's
and you've
really
been
nice.
In the business for a while, so you're doing things right. You have the consistency. Now, you said you have 2 weeks it takes you to kind of wind down after you go through this crazy time.
Yeah.
What is something that, Adam, that you do during those 2 weeks? Are you one that goes on vacation? Talk about that, please.
Yeah, I mean, just to get additional rest, to catch up on sleep. You know, it's kind of strange. You feel like all of a sudden you have like all this time. You feel like you should be more. I feel like I should be more productive. That have all these extra hours in my day now because I'm not putting in, you know, a 16-hour plus day. So the best thing to unwind is really, like you said, Shawn, to go on vacation. You touched on that. And for me, if I have a vacation after tax season, the week or two after, it's really easy to unwind and just makes, you know, getting back into the regular routine, if you will, a lot easier. So, yeah.
Where have you gone recently? You know, is there somewhere that you guys like going?
Yeah, I mean, on the hat, I don't know if you could read it, but it says Cape Cod on it.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's one of our favorite places to go. Love it there. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
Are you into fishing? Are you into the seafood? What's the
seafood, yeah, not so much the fishing, but the seafood, yeah, definitely. And just, you know, the beach atmosphere, I like it up there. Just really nice going on some hikes on the beach. walking out in the water. It's very relaxing, soothing, and we like it a lot. We love it, actually.
That's awesome. And the weather changed too. I'm sure it's a little, cooler sometimes when you go. So
Yeah.
it's not like, it's a more quieter area too.
Yeah, it's a quieter area. Able to just unwind and relax. And ironically, when we were having our cold snap, it was warmer up there by about 5 to 10 degrees than it was here a few weeks ago. So that was unusual, but yeah.
You never know. Now, are you into wine, bourbons, beer? What's your drink of choice? Or you're not into drinking?
Believe it or not, I'm not into drinking. So I got my iced tea and water here.
Iced tea is great. I like iced tea. I like having coffees. It's something just something consistency with that, especially now with the kids, keeps me awake during my my day. But it's important to have something that you enjoy. And alcohol is not something that everyone needs to have. Is this something you choose to not have gotten into when you were younger, and you continued that way? Is that how it was for you?
Yeah, I mean, I just made a choice as I got older that it wasn't my thing. So yeah, just don't bother with it.
What about cooking? Are you into cooking? Or grilling?
Joy really does the cooking, so I'm the worker and she cooks. So I'm the earner.
You're the one that is like, I want certain things. I want this. I want to. Are you a steak man? Are you into more? You talked about seafood too, right?
Yep.
And I have Charlene says Cape Cod sounds like a very nice and relaxing getaway for sure. Yes. Yeah. And travel is a great educational experience. That's something that's brought up.
Sorry, Shawn. It just went a little. My connection got a little wonky. You paused for a second here.
And locations. Still with me? Sorry, we must have had a little technical difficulty.
Yeah, we had a little glitch. Now you're back.
Little glitch. Where did you hear from me last?
You read Charlene's thing, and then you posted the travel
with the educational experiences. And where is the last place you went that you might have gotten some educational experience from?
Yeah, I mean, really, Cape Cod. We went there last summer. We went on some hikes, so it was nice to learn about that area of the Cape. Did a couple of little marsh walks, so it was really good and something different.
No, it's something that you have to get away. A lot of people work, or they always work. They don't work to live. That's what I always try to share with people. It's like, I work hard so I can enjoy my time with family. I don't want to always be working. And like, you have a small window, mainly. I mean, you work the CPA business throughout the year, but your nuts and bolts, that crunch time is where you're really focusing, committed for a short period of time, and then you get back to the real, back to real life again, which normalcy, which is something that some people always want to keep that schedule going, which I don't know how people can.
Yeah, I don't know how they can either. Like, for me, I couldn't do it. So, I look at these guys, the top guys, the top self-help guys that are out there doing this year round, putting in those 16+ hour days. I don't know how they do it. Excuse me.
It's not really something rough. That most people can continue that for a long period of time. Is I think very difficult, and I wouldn't want to do it. It's not something that I want to get my hands dirty on. I'll stay away from. But I like sharing. I like sharing value and talking to people. Are there any technology that has been in the CPA world that has helped you with your business that you can share with us? I know, I don't know if you use anything that helps you with appointments, helps you with your time blocking, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always new technologies, new software that's out there. So for me, it's maybe an add-on to my tax software that's helping me become more efficient. whether it's appointment scheduling or it's organization of the taxpayer data, whatever it may be. That's I can't give you any specifics,
Right.
but that they'd be more towards my industry. So like we use a program called Office Tools Workspace. It's more of a client and workflow management program that's helped us tremendously. So, it's not something your typical business owner is going to run out and buy. So, yeah, I mean, if they're an attorney, maybe they'll look at it, but,
Is there any special niche that you're involved in? Or some people are into real estate, into small business owners to X, is there a focus you're mainly involved in right now?
Yeah, I mean, we do a bunch of restaurants right now, some higher end successful restaurants, and also a small business owner. So when I say small business owner, I'm referring to, annual revenues of like 4 million and under. Could be a single owner. It could be multiple owners. Again, it falls into that wheelhouse of, here I am, I have this idea, or I want to buy this business. It's generating X per year. Can you assist me with the purchase of it? How do I go about it? I might need financing for it. Do you have somebody, as a business owner, as a CPA, I'm also not just, the accountant, but it's also about who I network with and who I have in my network, right? So clients need assistance with financing. They want assistance with the purchase of a business, buying a rental property, buying a commercial property, getting insurance, right? Yep. These types of things, and contracts and other legal and estate documents, wills and things. So it's who I can also deliver to them. A lot of times they ask me for referrals. Hey, do you have somebody who can do these things? And my answer is yes. So it's really great to be able to extend or use my network in that way and give the client the service that they're looking for.
It goes back to relationships. You're not just one thing. You're a solution to someone's problem. And if you can provide those solutions, you're going to be valuable to them to have in the corner, instead of just he's just doing my taxes. No, he actually reviews things. He's giving you feedback. He's, analyzing numbers that might affect your profit and loss, with your business. So it's a variety of things that Adam can help with, not just the normal, I can do your taxes, send me over your documents, and I'll make it happen.
Right. Exactly. 100%. So I'm sure you find that too in your business.
I like listening to what is going on in someone's life and how I can help them. It's not just, a lot of people like to sell. And no matter what business you're in, we're always selling ourselves. And listening to other people is the most powerful thing in the world, instead of being the one that, I have to give that information. I'm going to, give the product or the service that I'm involved in. No, listen to, it might not, in the conversation, it might not even be for CPA or insurance. It'll be something totally different that you might help them out with.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I can't tell you how many times I've had a client in my office, and Zoom's a big thing today, right? So, or video chat. And I find that the face-to-face in person seems to generate better results, at least in my experience, right? Other people may have other experiences, but in my experience, when the client's in front of me face-to-face and they're in my office, we have the conversations that wouldn't necessarily take place over a video chat, or even on the phone with a Google Meet or something like that.
That's technology. A lot of people like to get behind a call, but going to, can you want to FaceTime, or do you want to go on do you have Facebook, and you go on the message, you go through the messenger and go on a video call that way. You can go on a StreamYard, a Zoom. It's all ways to see people now. Right, and now you can see their body language, how they're enthusiastic they are, how passionate about their business they might be, and maybe that will be a turn on or a turn off for you to work with that person.
Sure. Plus, yeah, you get to read them. You get to see if they're going to be a good fit. Sometimes it's a personality conflict, right? So not everybody's a good fit for each other. So yeah, you can read that at the meeting for sure.
No doubt about it. Now, hobbies. Are you into golf?
Yeah, I'm a golfer. Usually go with the Rutherford Rotary Club on their annual golf outing. We do that once a year, and the proceeds go to benefit the Gift of Life, which is a third world. It's a charity that brings a child. Well, in the past, it had brought children over from a third world country with a parent. I believe more recently they've been doing missions trips where they bring a medical team out to that country and set up like a medical camp where they can service numerous kids in one trip versus having one kid come over here for a life-saving heart operation. So, yeah, that's part of what the Rotary Club does, and I'm glad to be a part of that. And yes, I do golf.
That's a great cause, and
Yeah.
golf, I think, is one of the best sports out there. Most difficult and most frustrating because you can play the same course 100 times, the same exact course 100 times, and it's 100 times different every single time. It might be the same layout, but the day is different. Where you're hitting the ball is going to be different.
Absolutely. Yeah, no question about it. Right? It is a humbling game.
Yeah, it could definitely be a long day, or it could be a lot of fun. You get great scenery. Is there a favorite club you got in the bag?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty solid on the 5-iron. So like the mid irons, I'm pretty good on. The last time I went out, I shocked myself. I was hitting the driver good. I don't know where that came from. I'm usually not hitting the driver good, and I was hitting them really well that day. So like you said, each round's different. I might go out and play the same course the week later, and now my driver's not working for me. I'm hitting it to the right or whatever, and but my putting may be on that day, so that could be saving me some shots. So
I'm with you. I like the 6-iron. The middle clubs I think are a key thing to be solid on, because if your driver's not working, you have something else that can get you to the green. And having the ability to putt. I don't play often enough. In the last number of years, having more kids and all this stuff, it's been to kind of commit to the 4 to 5 hour round, besides driving to the course. It's tough for me at this point. But I used to, when I was younger, I used to caddy, had a lot of fun times doing it. But putting is difficult if you're not doing often.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. For some reason, the last round that I played, the putting was working for me. I was sinking about, I think I sunk about 4 in that round, so that was really nice. Met some interesting people, which is part of
good networking.
Golf. Yeah, networking, exactly. Right. It was a networking event, and you don't know what's going to come out of it. And here I picked up a client from it, so. It's just sowing that seed, and if it happens, it happens. But again, it was better to be out there for the Rotary and for the purpose behind the event.
Now, it's always good to do things for a cause, to help others, so that others are, going to get something from our efforts. There's a lot of people out there, are not willing to do that. And I appreciate you are one that does. I do things for the liver walks we do for my daughter who had a transplant. We do a lot of variety of things over the course of the year. And it's important to give back and, give your time or money. It depends on who you are and what you can do. But it's always good to give for others.
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes you feel good. It's good for the soul. It just feels great. So. When you can volunteer, you don't always have to give money, but you can volunteer your talent, you can volunteer your time, your effort, and, as long as you're benefiting a good cause, it just feels great. So, yeah, kudos.
Well, check this out, Adam. You just did your first podcast. You were afraid. You had some issues. You had some, feelings yesterday, right? How do you feel after doing our podcast?
Feel good. I mean, I was still definitely nervous, but it was good. It was good. I can't believe it was a half hour already. That went really quick. But it feels good. I would definitely do another one.
It's all about just sharing. When you're authentic, you're being real with people. There's nothing to be worried about. If you have a script, that's where if you go to a Broadway show and they have a script. My wife loves Hamilton. We've seen it in the last year. She saw it 3 times. I saw it twice with her. But they have to memorize all these scripts, and it comes across as, because their acting comes out really well. But on doing things like this, if you're just having a conversation, you're authentic. Things that come across, we're just talking about real life things. We're having fun, and it flies. The time flies. But we provided lots of value for those that are here and those that are going to catch us on the replay. The power with video on YouTube and other platforms as well, it's all the replay. So we did 30 minutes right now, but it's going to keep replaying, and other people are going to see it and get some value. Don't forget, guys that are tuning in or have been with us, like Charlene for the time being, share. Please share this so we can help others that in the course of our conversation, lots of value they can gain from it. So
Shawn, I just wanted to thank you. Thank you so much for having me on today. It was a real pleasure. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You got it, Adam. Guys that are tuning in and have been with us, have yourself an awesome rest of your day.